everybody, welcome back to our channel. This video is about feedback and how to accept it. We've all been there. It can be really awkward and uncomfortable when someone is criticizing you or giving you feedback in any way. And I think right there, I just already gave my first piece of advice, which is don't look at it as criticism, right? Look at it as feedback and an opportunity to change and grow. If a supervisor is taking the time to sit down with you and go over feedback, right, or give you some critiques, they want you to grow. They're telling you so that you understand, consider it, hopefully learn from it, and make a change, right? So instead of criticism, right? He criticized me. Just think of it as, wow, that was great. Today I got some feedback that I can integrate into my processes moving forward. Look at that. The next thing is make sure you listen. Sometimes I'll give people feedback and they're so busy telling me why it's not true or like defending themselves or something that they don't listen and hear the whole, they don't hear the whole thing, right? They don't take the time to really let what I'm saying kind of go into their brain, I guess you would say. So just listen to everything that your supervisor is saying. Take a deep breath, consider, right? Take a minute, pauses are okay in conversations, and then you can speak, right? And whether that means, you know, I don't like to say defending yourself because it's a two-way conversation. You shouldn't have to defend yourself, but if you want to explain why you went about something a certain way, I think the right time to do that is after you take in the feedback and make sure it's all been kind of put out there. I always like to say, you know, great, before I respond to that, is there anything else you want to bring up? Just so I can really understand the entire picture. The next piece of advice is if you don't understand what someone is saying, because that happens, right? I've had people give me feedback and I sort of get it, but not really. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification. You can ask for an example. You know, I think I know what you mean, but I'm not sure. Can you give me an example of when I did that? Because I really want to understand that. And I think that's my third point, is really showing your supervisor or your coworker or your colleague in this feedback session that you want to understand, right? You're there, you're on the same team, you're on the same page. So you really want to understand what you could be doing better or how you could have looked at a situation differently for the betterment of the organization. Let's see, I made some notes for you guys here. We talked about asking for clarity. Okay, so at the end of a feedback conversation, you want to reiterate the issue. Just so I understand, you're telling me that first thing in the morning, you want me to make sure that I communicate to my manager that I have a plan for the day, right? Whatever it is, just reiterate it. And that way, if you're missing something, that's an opportunity for your supervisor to, again, provide further clarification. My two last steps for you guys are, you know, one, be proactive. Implement the feedback right away. The nice thing about getting feedback is usually you can implement whatever the notes are ASAP. So show your boss that you hear them and boom, just show them done, right? You got feedback, you're gonna take it and move forward. I think that's great. And then the last thing is just showing that you're grateful for the learning opportunity. There's a lot of people that don't get feedback at work, and then at the end of the year when it comes time for like a bonus or an eval, they get all this terrible feedback and they're like, wait a second, I wish someone would have told me, right? Like, why did you let a year go by? So if you're at a company that's giving you frequent feedback, show them you're grateful, because not everyone gets those kind of learning moments or teaching opportunities. So I hope this video is helpful and gives you guys some confidence and some knowledge next time you're in a feedback session.